Okay, welcome to my Leo reading. Funny, I did your reading with the other ones, Gemini and Cancer, but the sound wasn't working. I don't understand what happened. The microphone wasn't on, unfortunately, which was just ridiculous. And people might say, oh, it wasn't meant to happen or this, but I think the Matrix, it's more that the Matrix wants to stop it. The Matrix doesn't want you to become enlightened. The Matrix doesn't want you to get smarter. It wants to get you emotional. It lives off that. It breathes off that. It requires that. So let's see here. What do we got to talk about, Leo? Let's start about what we got to talk about as far as just comes out. What do we got to talk about right now? Ten of Pentacles. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Leo, Ten of Pentacles is all about those long-term commitments that are actually worth it. And that's what we got to talk about. Obviously, these are good for your finances. These are people that are good for your finances too. Like, that's what it is. People that you can work with for a long time. And of course, that like translates into your emotional connections as well. People that you actually care about. Because you're actually able to be loyal for a long time to something. And of course, this brings wealth. Okay, number 10, this brings wealth. 10 of Pentacles. King of Wands tells me that the masculine here, this could be your energy. It's usually in Aries, but feels like it's you. And just the masculine, Of course, sometimes you have some sort of doubt, insecurity. Okay, in regards to this long term, what am I going to do long term? But wealth is a group effort for sure. So Two of Pentacles, though, again, you are being productive here. You are doing a lot. You are working a lot here. But there is some introspection that is coming your way, meaning you have to think about something on your own that is in regards to how things are going to be looking like in the next 10 years. You could say that it's like your 10-year goals, Let's get some more here. Four could be of significance. I was just hearing that, and here we have four of reversed, which is the Four of Cups. So that's just taking opportunities, taking the chance, seizing the day. Can't afford to be bored or won't afford to be bored. That's just saying yes more. Four of Cups reversed. That's how this long-term wealth game is going to work for you. This is how you're going to gain more confidence, more courage by saying yes more, doing more, just taking opportunities. And those look like people as well. Again, you are working a lot, but you just know there's more. You're not lying to yourself, Eight of Swords reverse, exactly. Mentally, you're over the past, you know what I mean? Things like that. Because you're too busy anywho, you're too busy anyways. Okay, Leo. Three of Pentacles reverse, exactly. So there is a part that's coming, the Hermit, where you have to do it alone, think it alone. Yes, you have these long-term ideas and that involves people, but again, there is some introspection, some thinking that has to get done, and you have to do that by yourself here. Kind of like no distraction somehow, or going for a walk and not talking to anyone type shit. You can listen to music if that helps, but let me get a couple more. The Judgment. Yeah. So, of course, yes, your emotions are bringing you to take these opportunities. Your emotions are taking you to a place where you understand that you don't have to lie to yourself mentally, you know, and you want to come alive again. You want to have that you want to have some sort of rebirth here. Get one more clarifier, and then we'll get your best advice. Yeah. You have options. There's always a lot of options here for you in regards to, it's a good thing. You got 11 and 7 energy here. But you have a lot of options. So that's what it's bringing you to, you need time to think about it. You know, I heard someone say that the real thinking is done when you're walking, okay? Let me get your best advice on this spread. Your best advice. Wow. The High Priestess and the Hierophant is crazy. 2 and 5. That's a crazy energy. Your best advice. So it's like showing you the spiritual side from the feminine and the masculine side. You know, this is the facts. The High Priestess represents the occult. And then the Hierophant here represents the facts. Okay, one more, just because those are 2 really major energies. Look, Death card reversed. Scorpio energy here. We have Virgo, we have Aries, we have Capricorn. Okay, strong Virgo, strong Scorpio, Pisces. So the reason why we're here is because you want, or there's someone here that wants better. The feminine energy here wants better. You can see here. But there is the masculine in the back making it happen. And that's why the High Priestess is your best advice, because this person, or it's helping you get things done, basically, in an intuitive level as well. It's using the feminine and the masculine energy. You know what I mean? To get charged up. Death card reverse, exactly. Your best advice is you want something that is long term, that you see yourself doing in 10 years. You just want to make sure that in the next 10 years you got what you want. You know exactly what you want. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to write that down to see it in front of you. But it's just, you should know exactly what you want. Another good thing to do as well is, again, think about all the things that you actually cared about. No, think about all the things that you're actually happy to have that you wanted 10 years ago. Shout out to Gary the Numbers Guy. He posted that. You know what I mean? Think about all the things that you wanted 10 years ago and let it make you happy. You know what I mean? All right, let's go into career and finances, money. You know, people get tarot for love, relationships, career, purpose, finances. So let's just see what the cards have to say here. What are we going to talk about as far as your career, your finances, the money? I was hearing prophecy, progress. Let's see here. 5 of Cups. Yeah. You're basically, could be some drinking here, but it just makes you feel like you're wasting time or you have regrets. It just makes you want to make changes, basically. Yeah, because you feel like your potential is down. You feel like your potential is down and that you want to be way more strict, way less detached, and more putting energy on yourself, self-preservation, you know, that's the name of the game. But again, you feel like you aren't doing that, you aren't working on that. So that makes you feel the regret later and almost like despair. You know what I mean? Yeah, 10 of Swords. So eventually that pain gets basically too much of the emotions get too much, right? With the Five of Cups, that those things come to an end because you're so fucking over it, and you won't stand it anymore. And again, it's because you want financial independence to do whatever you want, and you want good health as well. So it can have to do with that as well. Yeah, Three of Cups, because you know, those times become way more enjoyable when you have the material figured out. You're getting sad because you're supposed to be really disciplined right now, self-centered, actually, chip on your shoulder, King of Swords, to work on what you're supposed to be doing here. And it's all coming in balance. Of course, like your potential goes down, and then again, you're in bed and you just won't stand it anymore. Not that you can't, you just won't, because you want this Nine of Pentacles. You want this completion to come, that you're able to just have your material and your health as well. Because again, you feel despair. Some of you could be depressed, whatever, or the feminine is. But Three of Cups, you know, is here too. You can enjoy those times even more. Okay, let's get two more. Yeah, Ace of Wands reverse, because everything else is just not as exciting. You know what I mean? And Nine of Wands reverse, yeah. You'd rather be responsible more, so later on it's not such a headache. So you be responsible now. What's your best advice as far as career? What's your best advice as far as career, finances, money? Best advice. The Chariot. Some sort of moving, traveling, using the car. Is here. There's two horses here. That's good omen, unless you're a rat. But it's just this year, right? And the Chariot. So that's Cancer energy, but it is the masculine, the action side of Cancer. It's just basically making moves with spiritual knowledge. You know what I mean? With knowledge first, and then, you know, that's what the Chariot is. It's using spiritual knowledge to take action, though, towards victory, towards winning. You know what I mean? Not expecting it. Eight of Cups reversed. Yeah, because there's things here that you always come back to. And the things that you're always coming back to are the things that are going to allow you to actually win in life. Okay? Six of Wands. Okay? That's what it is. That's what it's for. These energies. Okay? It's trying to put you on the purpose and on your spiritual journey to victory. You have the Chariot and the Six of Wands, so it's in your card, all the victory that you can dream of. All right, now let's do love, connections, relationships. What do we got to talk about that? Let's see here. Oh, that fell. We won't use that one. That was a Ten of Wands. Six of Pentacles, I like that. Things are fair. Things are good as far as connections goes. Even just like any type of relationship, I guess. But the connections here are actually fair, Leo. Taurus energy, strong Taurus energy here, Leo. Nothing to regret here. These are people that are, you know, willing to be fair with you. Looks, you know, good for, again, finances. We do have a Devil card here. And could be Capricorn, Pisces of significance. But as what do we got to talk about as far as love and relationships and connections? Everything seems fair. Of course, the Devil's there. It just means that there's always temptations. There's always things of that nature. And we'll get our best advice on that. But there's no emotional depth there, you know. It's just one thing. Six of Swords. Yeah, I like this energy for the most part looks really good. Again, it's really a good energy. You got a lot of 6 energy here. So it's good for family. It's good for things of that nature. People are like family, treat you like family in that sense. Okay, your best advice. 4 swords reverse, the star card reverse. Yeah, it's almost like keep doing what you're doing. It is a time of action, like again, because you do need to continue to go in your own direction, even though we're talking about relationships. Okay, Leo, you're coming up here. Could be a cat of significance. But yeah, strength card, this is your card. And your best advice to get it really in your power. And feed people that are gonna feed you. Okay. And I'm talking in a spiritual sense as well, or even karmically as well, in a good, spiritually, I guess I meant more so. Okay, but let's see if for my singles, what's going on with the singles. Okay, for people who are single. 8 of Pentacles reversed. You're not even working on it if you're single. You're more just enjoying, trying to have fun, but that comes with consequences. Okay, because the devil is here. Careful, you can get in trouble here with the law through this person that you're gonna meet. What's your best advice? Yeah, Taurus energy, loyal, dependable, patient, stubborn, almost someone that's okay with you having a possessive energy. It's kind of weird, but that's what it's saying. But it's okay with that. Taurus are possessive people. Yeah, Ace of Swords. If you're single, you're just gonna stay single. But again, the lust comes with consequences. It has to do with what you deem as the truth, if that makes sense. But even I seen it in your other spread from the general with love, is that you're really about your getting the bills paid and your finances. So as long as people are doing that, helping you with that, or again, allowing you, that's what matters. Or I'm not sure if allowing is the right term, but it's like helping you, that's what I meant. Depends who the masculine or the feminine. A strong masculine obviously here, but for my singles, there is no relationship. It's just about, but should you be working on a relationship? Yeah, I can help you, but I don't really see it. It's not in your cards right now, because 8 of Pentacles reverse, you still have to become a master at something. It's come in reverse, so that's an imbalance. What are you going to be the best at? Really what it is here first. Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. It was a pleasure. Of course, if you want to hit the Linktree, you can book a reading there, buy me a coffee there, and check out my music there. All right, appreciate it. Peace.